You've been in Alabama for a few months now. How's that been? What's been special about Alabama?
Just the people. I've said that along. It's what got me here in the first place, meeting Greg Byrne and seeing how he does things. And then just everybody we've interacted with, from the administration to the community here in Tuscaloosa and everything. It's just been everything we could have hoped for and more. So it's good to get this thing rolling now.
And then tomorrow night's your first game as Alabama's head coach. What's that going to be like for you, and how excited are you to get the season started?
Yeah, it's crazy. The fact that it's already here is pretty wild. I think really you spend so much time this preseason preparing, trying to get the team ready, trying to do that it wasn't until about 5:30 this morning when I woke up and I'm like, holy cow, we go tomorrow. So it's exciting. We're fired up. The boys are ready. Now it's just time to kind of go out there and show what they've been working on, and I think they're going to have a bunch of fun out there.
Can you talk a little bit about the talent on this team and what you'd like to see them accomplish?
Yeah, I think the sky's the limit for this group. It's an incredibly talented group of pitchers. A lot of guys that have been here in the past, and guys that are back healthy. So I think on the mound, everybody knows kind of what's coming, and there's a lot of firepower, a lot of excitement there. And then I think just a lot of new faces on the positional side. Obviously, having our returning catcher, and Matt Gassetti, is huge. I think he's one of, if not the best catcher in the league, so to have a guy like him and then to pair that with a lot of really good, talented players around him, it's going to be a lot of fresh faces, a lot of faces that have been here in the past, but kind of stepping into new roles. And man, I think the sky's the limit with this group. I think they can go accomplish whatever they can withstand this year.
You guys have been practicing for a few months now. Can you talk a little bit about what you guys have been working on in fall and spring?
Yeah, obviously we've got some weapons on the mound. We've got some weapons at the plate, but the biggest focus we've had is really on the defensive side of the ball. Obviously you hear Coach Oates over there talking in the basketball arena all the time about defense and putting an emphasis on defense, and that's really been our biggest focus. Knowing we were going to hit some homers and score runs, knowing we were going to strike people out, but knowing that if we want to end up in Omaha at the end of the year, you've got to do it with elite level defense. And so we've been really focusing on that. Guys have made some strides. We're kind of finding the right spots for certain guys and learning the personnel. So they're in a good place with that.
You guys get to open the season at home, so that's exciting. Can you talk a little bit about the fans and what kind of impact they'll have on the season?
Yeah, it's obviously new for me. I was being up in Maryland for the last 11 years. We'd spend 4 of the first 5 weeks on the road, so getting to do that at home is really exciting. We got to meet with some of the guys from the Crimson Chaos the other day. They came out on the field, took BP, and just seeing the community. I know season ticket sales are kind of through the roof right now, which is awesome. And it's just such a vital piece of this. All the places we're going to go in the league, there's great fan support all over, and I watched last year during the postseason run for this team kind of from afar, how the fans showed up and how much it meant to those young people that are out here pouring their blood, sweat, and tears into this thing. And so I think it's going to be a huge thing. Packing the Joe, making this a party. I want this to be the thing on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's an event that people come to because it's a great brand of baseball and it's a fun group of guys to pull for.
Have you announced the starting rotation? Is there anything you can tell me about the starting lineup for tomorrow?
Yeah, so from the rotation, we'll start. Ben Hess is going to go tomorrow. Riley Quick will go Saturday. Aiden Moser will go Sunday. So from the pitching standpoint, that's how we'll line up opening weekend. In the offense, I think you're going to see a lot of faces. I think we have 12 or 13 guys that are capable and probably deserve to start. But tomorrow I got to write 9 names on the lineup card. So I think you're going to see a lot of faces in and out of there. I think you're going to see a lot of kind of different lineups the first few weeks. Just as we kind of prepare. That's kind of my goal, is that by the time we get to Tennessee in week 5, we've got a pretty good idea of roles and where we need to be and where we want to be. So a lot of new faces there, but it's going to be a lot of fun.
For sure. And ultimately you want to start the season off strong. So what's it going to take to come away with a series win this weekend?
I think just competing against the best version of us, whether we're playing Manhattan, LSU, Alabama State, it really doesn't matter, and it sounds like the most coach cliche of all time, but the reality is I just want to see this group continue to get better. I don't want us to be the best version of ourselves tomorrow. I'd like to get out and play good baseball this weekend. I think the guys are prepared to do that, but more than anything, I want us to look up in May and say, man, well, this isn't the same team we had back in February. We've grown, we're tougher, we're stronger, we're more talented, all of those things. So that's what I really want to see. I think they're prepared. I think that's the number one thing. Those guys are ready, and that old adage of the hay's in the barn, it is. Now it's time to just go play free and go play aggressive and have some fun.